What's going on, Assassins? So we have some more information as far as Odin, Odin's Runes, and other stuff. Namely, a bunch of you want to know, is this Odin? Well, let me tell you, we'll explore this. I got a couple of things to explain to you, and a couple of spoilers. So definitely end the video here and come back later if you don't want to have anything spoiled for you. If you're still here, then we'll get to it. I'm Dark Shard of the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this. So, Kratos711 Dog has sent me this about a month ago. Over here at Odin's Rest in Nottinghamshire, there is a character that has a very uncanny resemblance to Odin himself. He looks just like Odin whenever Eivor gets into the Odin state or decides to go and kill a Templar or even one of the other minions that are running around that are hunting her down. So nobody else in this entire area looks anything like Odin, or this character that looks like Odin. And as you can see, just without missing the eye or the eye patch, clearly wearing some robes that have all kinds of runes on them and whatnot. Deep in the snow, you can even see it. It's just really strange, and a lot of people are asking if that is Odin. Now, here's the part where I'm going to spoil it. So if you don't want any spoilers, then definitely at this part of the video, shut it down and come back later. The reason that this person is not Odin, maybe it's a druid of Odin or something like that. Eivor is the reincarnation of Odin. And that we know as we play through the game, we discover that she is Odin reincarnated, that Sigurd is Tyr reincarnated, and a couple of the other ones are some of the other gods reincarnated. Now, what I thought was really weird was that in this area, you can't kill any of the people that are around. Now, I've been able to go and take out a bunch of people, especially to throw at certain things, so that was just kind of wild. Now, over here is a spot called Odin's Hovel. And this is actually pretty weird. When you look at this, it's just a small little area, has a little pot for cooking. There's really nothing around here. It's just very strange. I was expecting possibly a house, possibly a dilapidated house or something. There's nothing there. It's just a simple log, a couple of boxes, and just a stove there. And then it looks like maybe up top is where this spot is, what we're looking for. But again, I go up there, I go to climb and check it out, and I don't see it. There's absolutely nothing there. Well, this is kind of weird. Now, the other thing is that this whole section, in reality, is very strange. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. Not even this spot right here. When we go to the next spot, that's where it gets really weird. Over here, we look up top, and it looks like right there is supposed to be where the hovel is, but I don't see it. Instead, we go down, and down there is where all the stuff is. I even tried looking with our Raven just to see if like maybe the Raven gets a better eye view, or possibly there's an Odin Rune in this area. But as far as I know, there's nothing there. There's absolutely zero. So here we go. We're looking around with the Raven. It just keeps going around. There's nothing here. But I kind of feel like there's possibly something, because it doesn't direct us down here. If I look at it on the map, it points to up top. It doesn't point down here, which is something that usually happens whenever you go and you locate a certain point. You'll see it all the way down here if this truly was where the hovel was. Now, the interesting part is right here, Odin Mine Hideout. Now, as we get close to this arch, it wants us to kind of look at it. So we're focusing on it, but what exactly are we focusing on? That I can't tell. I don't know what's going on here, but it is a very interesting spot. Even when you leave out of the area, you go back under it, you go closer to the mine, it still wants you to focus there. So what are we supposed to be focusing on? It's really weird. Now, there are a bunch of bodies here, and this is going to be one of the weirdest things that you'll see once we get in there. See, nothing strange, nothing out of the ordinary until we get over here. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of bodies around here. But this is what's most interesting. Look at this. This guy is literally under this rock, and it looks like there are scratch marks there. How did that happen? How did this rock formation land on this guy? Now, I went to look at this guy over here to see if anything was like unusual about him, but there really isn't. It's just a body in the snow. It's just there. There's nothing really out of the ordinary with this guy. You can see that he's just in the snow. But this other guy, this is strange. How is it that this guy got under this rock and you could see the blood and everything like that? That's really strange. Who picked up this rock and dropped it? How is that possible? Now, I climb up this rock, I go to look at it, this whole little formation here, and I don't see anything out of the ordinary again. So this kind of has me wondering, is this whole place a key to something? Look at this. There is nothing here. There's no other markings or telltale signs that this thing was actually moved in any way. And if you look all around, there are no runes, there are no symbols, there's nothing. There is nothing except a bunch of blood and a guy that had an entire building fall on him somehow. I don't know how. It's just very strange. So now, as we go further in, we start to see that, you know, this is just a normal cave. Now, I went through it just to see if I could find any clues, any sort of details or anything, and I really didn't find anything. I'm fast forwarding just because I wanted to get through this segment, because this really was uneventful. It just has like a bunch of bandits just all around. There's nothing really going on. A couple of interesting points are that there are explosive pots here, but I don't see anything to blow up. Of course, I should have went under the water. I tried going under the water, but in some spots I didn't try. I should have went to see if anything else was around here. Anything at all. But pretty much it's just a bandit camp, it looks like. And this carries on for a little bit. There is a note on a rock surface, but it just talks about plans to ambush. That right there, it's just a plan of attack. There's nothing else that's remotely even noteworthy or anything that we even care about. And I was pretty shocked at that, because I figured for sure there would be some kind of clue, especially with the whole name of Odin's Mine Cave. But maybe there's something in there that I totally missed, and we'll just see. I even tried this little encampment out here just to see if anybody had anything, but again, I came up empty. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing around here. But this actually intrigues me. It is a mystery. I really feel like there has to be something there. Now, over here, went back to the Odin Runes, and as far as we know, a couple of people who are actually looking into the system going into the actual files of the game, data mining, they are finding that there are caves inside these things here, inside these Odin runes, but we have no way of getting in it. We have no way of activating it, at least not for now. And a couple of us are putting overlays, especially in the Discord. We're throwing overlays over this thing to see what happens, what works, and what doesn't. Now here I am throwing a freaking exploding pot to see if that did anything. All it did was burn me. I figured it was worth a shot just to see what would happen. But nothing really happened. Now, I'm going to show you something that is actually pretty wild. I was messing around with the bow, trying to see if maybe I could light this thing up and whatnot, but it happened to no avail. But here's something interesting. One moment. As I'm messing around with my bow, I decided to bring it out. Look at that. Did you see it? Did you see the thing go red? It literally went red when I went to aim at that thing with my bow. So maybe there is something back there. I don't know. But it's an interesting thing to take a look at. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Have you found anything weird? Help the community out. Join my Discord. We're looking for this thing all over the place. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.